Welcome to Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet that applies for an internship at Ask Jeeves. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm your host, Chad, and today we're talking about Vince Vaughn's The Internship. And Owen Wilson,
yep.
too.
And later in the week, we are going to be recapping our zombie run, find out who survived and who didn't make it.
Yeah, well, obviously we just got back from that, so we're very relaxed.
Yeah.
Because we...
broken is the word.
it was rough, but let's get into our review of...
The Internship.
The Internship.
So The Internship is Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn's new movie, and it follows two guys who were selling watches, as you've seen in the commercials, and their business gets abruptly shut down. And it's kind of they're on their last, they're looking to keep following their dreams. So they apply for, I guess, an unpaid internship at Google or whatever, just an internship at Google, and it's the story of them, very much a fish out of water tale. Chad, what do you think of The Internship?
Yeah, I mean, the trailers for this looked really good. I'm a Google guy, so I love, I was all about the tech angle of it. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, also love them. Wedding Crashers, such a great movie.
Yeah, it's
on multiple levels.
great.
It's funny and quotable, and also just a good story. I think it's it's just a fun movie. Anyways.
Yeah, it's just a good one.
Yeah, so I was excited for this. Because it showed a lot of promise, but still went in with some trepidation just because the two of them really haven't had any real big smash hits recently. Vince Vaughn especially, who's tried to do a couple different things and just, never really clicked. It was good. It was good. I think overall it kind of gave me what I was expecting in terms of the comedy, maybe a little bit less than what I was expecting. A lot of the comedy bits were in the trailer. Unfortunately, again, with comedies, I don't know why they have to do this, but it was that
to
way.
make them funny so people go to see the
exactly,
movie.
Exactly. But save some of it for us, please.
Yeah.
So a lot of that stuff was kind of missed, because all the funny stuff was pretty much the butt of the joke. Every joke was shown in the trailer, so there was no more to expand upon that. But the rest of the movie, in terms of the kind of the story arc, the heart that it kind of had, I liked. It's very by the book, paint by numbers.
Yeah.
You know exactly what's going to happen the second you start watching the movie. Even from the trailer, you can pretty much guess, what's going to happen at the end. But the journey is fun and makes you feel happy. And, the team's coming together and everyone's doing the right thing and, the good guys win. Stuff like that. I mean, that made it enjoyable. I think it's not amazing, but I definitely wasn't upset that I saw it, if that makes sense,
Yeah, no, I agree. This movie's very passable, and I know that doesn't sound like a rousing applause for it, but with expectations I had going into it, I really wasn't too excited. First when I saw that they were teaming up again, I was like, oh, good, we'll see Wedding Crashers 2, which, this pretty much could have been Wedding Crashers 2, because in Wedding Crashers, they kind of play con men. In this, they're playing salesmen who, use kind of some of the same tactics and things like that. The backstories, when they're going over backstories and stuff like that. But there are enough moments in this movie that I think if you're fans of either of these two guys, that you're just going to enjoy just spending, 2 hours with them again.
Right.
Again, it's very paint by the numbers. It's very standard across the board. Oh, the rest of the team doesn't like us, but that we're going to get you to come around. Stuff like that. But again, there's not many comedies out right now. And if you're fans of their humor, which I think, we could have a whole conversation on, is their style of humor dead? Is the Will Ferrell cameos dead? Or things when in Wedding Crashers when Will Ferrell came in. I mean, that was one of the most quotable moments, for us. But anyway.
Even his appearance in this was not very quotable. I think that it's just the writing maybe behind it. I don't know.
But and Vince Vaughn does have his kind of talk fast mentality. But yeah, no, it was good. There are a couple moments, you see in the trailer they play Quidditch, which I thought was so funny, and they earned some moments in that were so good.
Yeah, there was the moment in that wasn't in the trailer was probably the funniest. I
Yeah.
mean, I was literally
Agreed.
I was in tears at that point, but that was the only point that I got to that kind of level. And the laughs per minute weren't crazy or anything like that.
And it's a movie about redemption, but they shoehorned a love story in it, which
It was unnecessary,
totally
really.
unnecessary. And then they shoehorned another love story kind of at the end, which was completely
Out of the blue.
They didn't earn it at all. But yeah, I like these two guys. They're fun actors, and they make me laugh. So I'd recommend it. I mean, but
Yeah.
go in.
Yeah,
expecting
I don't know if
nothing.
it's definitely a theater for me, but
Yeah,
I think,
maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be like one of those things where it takes time to like really see how much you quote the movie. I mean, we just saw it yesterday, so we're gonna have to see like if those moments kind of stick with us. I think.
I feel though if it's on TV, I'm going to watch it. Like I feel like I'll have it on.
Yeah.
I'll have it in the background. I might be on my laptop or something like that. But I feel like I am going to watch it.
Did you like this better than Hangover 3?
I don't think so, because Hangover 3 had the luxury of coming after Hangover 2.
Yeah.
Which was a big
I thought there
luxury
was
for them.
more funny moments in Hangover 3 than this.
Yeah, I agree, and I like that their story kind of ended. I like the story arc of that, and because they are the same characters opposed to new ones.
Right. So that's The Internship. If you're into Google, if you're into Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn, if you're into comedies.
And it pretty much was a commercial for Google.
It was.
mean, which I guess needs to be said. I know a lot of critics took that to heart. And
Yeah, and it wasn't like, so if you're like a huge like coder or computer geek or Google whatever, it's not like it's not going to be, you're not going to be in love with the
playing to them.
jokes. It's not
Yeah,
playing to them,
no.
exactly.
Playing
It's
to a
playing to the
wide
idea
audience.
of like Googliness, like Google is so weird and we're such a cool place to work. It's playing to that.
Absolutely.
The stereotype of what Google is versus, the real nerdy, geeky humor. So, I mean, a missed opportunity is there, but I don't think it would have played as well.
Yeah, I mean, it needs to be a mainstream
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure.
thing. So that is our review of The Internship.
Check it out.
So this is the point of the episode where we like to give our thanks. Again, sorry for our setup. We're in awful pain because we just got back from the zombie run.
Yeah, very tired.
But Chad, what is your thanks for today?
I just started catching up on a show. I've been putting it off, but I really wanted to just jump in because I saw so many previews for it. It looked awesome. Falling Skies. I didn't catch any of it when it was on. I wanted to watch it. I know you watched it. You weren't like overly impressed with it at first.
Yeah.
You watched like the pilot of it. So I never really watched it because it was like a 2-hour pilot. With those, I'm always like, really have to commit to 2 hours,
Yeah.
That sounds awful, but so I'm almost to the first season. I have like one episode left, and there's only 10 episodes per season, so that's nice. At least it's not, like Lost where there's like 20 some episodes of it. But I'm really digging the characters and the story. It's better budget sci-fi than some sci-fi shows, to be honest with you, and it's on TNT. So I've heard lots of good things. The upcoming season looks awesome, and I'm on board. I like it.
Cool. I'm going to thank a podcast that I just started listening to. It's called Pointless. It's with Kevin Pereira from Attack of the Show. Not many episodes out, maybe 20. I could be wrong with that. But he interviews or just has conversations with a lot of the people from Attack of the Show, and it was kind of cool to hear backstory of kind of just the G4 network and some of the crazy
stuff.
things that happened in the past, and when it combined with Tech TV and stuff like that. So like Alex Albrecht has been on, and Allison Hazlett, things like that, or people like that, and then also other celebrities and things. So it's a good podcast to check out. It's Pointless with Kevin Pereira.
Awesome. We're gonna be back on Thursday. We're gonna give you a little glimpse into our painful run, painful zombie romp, if you will.
Happy to be alive. That should have been my thanks.
And make sure you check that out on Thursday. Thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next time.